What I wanted to avoid is kill those. They shouldn't die. Poor girls. They do somewhat look like angels though. Yummy, yummy. Charred remains.
Alpha pod security.
Okay, let's do this
To
now.
access Alpha pod, purge tertiary pods.
I must begin to alter the signal. Once I do, the council will welcome me with open arms.
No! Protect Mother! Stay away! Stay away!
You have never better served keeping your head down.
Okay, I'm gonna show you how to actually do this.
Please keep him away from us! Security measures. 1. Manual override of tertiary pods initiated. Total system purge in effect. Shutting down tertiary stations. Warning. Analytical time subcritical technology. Method discharge sequence initialized.
Shooting her at this point is not really what you're supposed to do. Just, yeah, we have too much ammo anyway.
Not stop me, gentle. It's happening. Time is compromised. No, I can't take.
Maybe shooting her was the right thing to do. Okay. Here's the deal. I'm gonna... charred remains. Yummy, yummy. I'm gonna go inside. Let Eliza speak. And then I'm gonna stop the capture. Show you all the endings. And I'm gonna re-edit it so that you see which ending I would choose as the first ending. And you can keep watching the other endings, and I'm gonna put something up at the end of the playthrough so that you know that, yeah, you'll see. It's a little bit of a surprise, so here we go.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the Edge. It is not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Eliza? What are you doing here?
It is my job to monitor and report on the news, Adam. Before Darrow smothered everything with his signal, the whole world was tuned into this place, including me.
The broadcast. I have to stop it.
I know. Please, come closer. Do you know where we are, Adam? We are at the fulcrum point, when society lies in the balance. Hugh Darrow hoped to tip the scales one way, by telling the world everything you already know. About the biochip, the Illuminati, everything. He believed knowing the truth would convince mankind to abandon research into human enhancement technologies forever.
It would certainly give them reason to fear it.
Indeed. Darrow's confession is ready to send. If you want, I can wideband it across all media as soon as you shut down the signal. Everything you worked so hard to uncover will be exposed. But only if you deactivate the broadcast using this control. However, if you desire, I can alter Darrow's message. Conceal the creation of the biochip while putting in new content.
Content blaming the humanity front, like Sarah suggested.
The organization has already admitted to harboring terrorists. It would be easy to convince people they turn to biological warfare in a more desperate attempt to get rid of augmented people.
But why? What would that achieve?
In time, It could shift the focus of hatred onto people whose prejudices are seen as too extreme, leaving corporations free to experiment with human evolution as they desire. But if you want me to perform this edit for you, you must disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Alternatively, Darrow's message can be adjusted to erase all mention of the power group known as the Illuminati. I can report that lack of proper regulation allowed vast quantities of neuropozyne to become contaminated prior to reaching the market.
Taggart's preference. You think the world will buy a made-up story about neuropozyne poisoning?
You might be surprised by what people believe. I can convince them. And having experienced the negative effects of corporate negligence firsthand, a majority of people might force the world to place harsh restrictions on all human enhancement research. But only if you disengage the signal and activate the video edit function from here. Of course, there is another option. This passage leads to Panchaea's pressure regulation controls. Destroy them and the installation will cave in on itself, overwhelmed by the weight of the ocean pressing against it. Everyone inside the structure will die.
That's a solution?
No one will be left to tell the world what happened, Adam. Nobody will be able to spin the story.
Including me.
The choice is yours. Do you believe you have the wisdom to choose an appropriate future for mankind? Or do you trust mankind to find the answers on its own?
Okay, let me save here. Now this is a stupid decision, because basically what you can do is tell the truth about everything that happened, even though this is not the entire truth, because it always has a little bit of an undertone that is in a way biased against augments or normals or whatever. Then of course you have Taggart's version, which is what you just heard. Basically it's a made up stupid story about how the world needs to be more regulated and everything. And in a way, the huge problem with their versions is, with Service version as well, I mean, he's just lying to have people continue research. I mean, the thing is, with Darrow's confession, kind of telling the truth story, I don't think there's ever gonna be a ban on research, because in a way, you cannot ban, free will. If I want to put my time and efforts into researching something, I should be free to do so. Because in a way, morality and all the legal systems of the world are just made by men, and not everyone has to share the same principles and ideals. So in a way, this is the more neutral choice. The choice to destroy Panchaea, basically, is the more extreme neutral choice, because in a way, no one will ever know. But I think it's the easy way out, because if no one will ever know, then they will still consider something, because in a way, everyone who got augmented just ran, just destroyed a lot of stuff and killed people. And I mean, you can't just make this unhappen, so. And yeah, the thing is, I despise groups, elitist groups like Taggart and his little Illuminati scheme, trying to control others, trying to force others into a certain direction. So while regulation sounds good in certain ways, it will not do any good to progress at all. I mean, why would you want to have a group pulling the strings from the dark? So I think telling the truth would be my choice at this point. even though I do not concur with the message that is sent here. So keep that in mind, please. And that's why I wanted to put something else up in the end, so you know what I would have chosen to broadcast. So yeah, never mind. I mean, in a way, I have to choose this because people need to know what happened, and they can make up their minds afterwards. I don't want people's minds to be made up for them by some asshole, and I don't want people to be lied to by some other asshole. So here's the choice that I have to make, and I'm gonna save before. So here we go.
If you do this, the unadulterated truth in Darrow's confession may well convince mankind to cast all science and technology aside, to ensure that future generations grow up free and whole. Are you sure this is your choice?
I just don't think that this is the case. Why would telling the truth make other people abandon science or technology? No one will ever abandon their cars or something as basic as a spoon or a fork. And if you put a group of people into the wild, I think it's natural for them to progress in a way, that some will invent tools to make their life easier. I think that's human evolution in a way. But we want to see the ending, so let's go.
So be it then.
Albert Einstein said, technological progress is like an axe in the hands of a pathological criminal. Took me a while, but I finally see his point. How often have we chased the dream of progress only to see it perverted? More often than not, haven't the machines we built to improve life shattered the lives of millions? And now we want to turn that dream on ourselves to fundamentally improve who we are. Experience has shown me how dangerous that can be. How many times in the Call of Duty did I almost fall into the trap of taking shortcuts, abusing my abilities or the resources at hand? I resisted. Barely at times, because I valued human lives and considerations. Can I truly despise others who fall? Technology offers us strength. Strength enables dominance, and dominance paves the way for abuse. Darrow understood this. He knew that using technology to become something more than we are risks losing our ability to love, aspire, or make moral choices. The very things that make us human. It also risks giving some men the power to make others what they choose, regardless of the cost to human dignity. The suffering Darrow inflicted is not the end of the world. It is merely the seed for change. And change never comes without pain.
So you've seen what I would have chosen, even though I'm not quite happy with the answers that were broadcasted. So here you go. You can see the other endings. Choose one for yourself.
If you do this, the world will be left with questions and may never reach a consensus. Are you sure this is your choice?
I'm sure it's not my choice.
We have little time left, Adam. And might I say, it has been a pleasure.
trust mankind to save itself? That's what Eliza was asking. The truth is, I don't know. After everything I've seen, all the fighting and the chaos around me, I only know what I want to believe. Somehow, human decency will triumph. These past few months, I've faced many life-threatening situations. I could have given up many times, but my need to know the truth, to uncover the secrets that others were hiding, and to survive, forced me to keep on going. Most of the time, I tried to keep my values in mind, knowing my actions did not have to harm others. I held on to my humanity, resisting the urge to abuse power or resources in order to meet my goals. And in the end, I got the job done. But does this mean I have the right to choose for everyone? No. Because it isn't up to me. It isn't up to Darrow, Sarif, or Taggart either. Ordinary men and women will have to decide together what course mankind should take. The kind of people who time and time again have picked and chosen the future in highly practical ways. Slowing change when it's negative, speeding it up when it's good. Can they do it again? I don't know. But I do know I'm not about to let anyone in this station, myself included, stand in their way.